Alright, so what's going on? Haywire RC. This is part 3 of the trophy truck build, which I'll pretty much cover the whole build right here. So I started off with this wooden dowel structure, which this I built in April. And if you're going to start a build like this, I'd recommend doing this because it makes measuring and squaring everything up with suspension. And just the whole mock-up process goes a lot faster when you have a real mock-up right here. Building a wooden mock-up makes this a hell of a lot easier. As you can see, it actually also changed a little bit. I'm not totally done with the welding process because I still need a support right here, and then the shock mount will go right here. And I'll need 2 shock mounts right here for the rear shocks. And then the bottom, I'll need a like a tube going right across. Then some plate, so the base plate, which will be aluminum, will thread through. I also cut out this bar right here. This was kind of an afterthought right here. I cut that out and flipped the whole engine around, and now the exhaust is running forward. Yeah, so here's how the engine will look. This is just a rough mock-up of it, which it gives me a lot more room, you know, on this side of the cab for electronics, transmission, battery, whatever needs to go there. And to do that, obviously I had to cut this bar right here, or else the exhaust would have hit it like right here. So there wouldn't be enough space for the exhaust to go forward to flip the whole entire engine around. So that's how the engine's gonna pretty much be sitting now, unless I find a better way to get this thing positioned, because it's sure hard to fit everything in the cab. Yeah, so as you've seen before, the welding process, everything's MIG welded. All the metal is cold rolled 3/16 steel rod, so this thing's pretty sturdy, which I recommend using cold rolled because everything's cut precisely on a cold rolled stock, so you don't have to deal with any mismeasurements, because with hot rolled steel, it's not perfect, while cold rolled steel is perfect. So it's a lot easier to weld, easier to cut, and everything just comes out straighter. And my welds aren't the best. They're a bit globby because I'm using a MIG welder. It's really the best I can do. Can't really TIG. I don't have a TIG welder. But yeah, everything's going to be ground down at the end. This is just like roughly ground down. I'll try to smooth everything out so it's real nice. But every weld on here is strong, so I'm not afraid of breaking this body. And when this thing's done, I think it'll just run through a brick wall, so it's going to be sweet. So here's what I've got for today for the rear. I know it's not much welding, but anyway, I think it came out great. Lines up relatively decently. It's not welded to there. Once welded, it should be perfect. So then I can probably start on just doing the brackets right in between. And then hopefully I'll start on all the doors and stuff. As you saw before, I welded in the door cross member right here, and this A-pillar roof mount. I also did this rear support for the rear frame of the trophy truck, and I also made this piece, welded that in. Same thing with the other side, welded that in as well. So I finished all the bracing. The feed was too high again, but I can grind it down. Here's where I adjusted it. It came out a lot better. I do like this V pattern right here. I think it looks pretty cool. Even though this really doesn't do any structural support. But it does add some weight over the axle, so hopefully help with jump. I'll grind those down and Probably start in the front now. Alright, so I finished grinding. Everything's nice and flat, cleaned up. Not as clean as up here, obviously, but got them, you know, pretty good, so it looks nice for you. Body looks like inside the trophy truck. I went crazy with the zip tape, which, yeah, you can see here. What I did, I just covered the magnets. I have a magnet here, magnet here, magnet here, 2 here. And I'm gonna have 4 more in the back, that's why the back's incomplete. And then I took this foam, I just had extra foam laying around. Put a layer in the center of the hood and on the side of the doors. And what it does is just holds the body on and just applies pressure to the panels so they don't rattle while it moves. Which now the plan now is to take these rods, same thing, 3/16, weld them around like here, and try to find like a mounting spot for the rear fenders so they don't go flapping around. Alright, so I got both supports tacked on. I'm gonna test with the body now. Alright, so the body is now like secured. Nothing's getting this thing out. I mean, obviously there's still a little rattle. I'm gonna need some more magnets because at high speeds this body might just fly off. Because I don't have that much faith in the magnets, honestly. They do come off a little bit easy, but got all the body lines fit correctly, so it looks pretty sweet now. I'm going to just say right now, take a long look at this, because by the time I get this thing running, this body's going to be absolutely destroyed. So I'm cherishing it right now before it's absolutely wrecked. Alright, what's up everybody? Body of the trophy truck is now complete. I got it set up in my nice little LED custom booth I got right here. There's the LC right there. Alright everyone, so the body of the trophy truck's pretty much complete now. I got all the decals that I want on it. Except I might swap out a few, like the name right here, and maybe the Goodyear, because I'm running Falcon tires, as you can see right here. These are Falcon tires. Pretty nice tires. Pretty good, I'll be running those. Real good size for the trophy truck. So yeah, I'm real psyched now to see the body complete. Now all I gotta do, which you'll see in the next video, I'll do all the suspension, front suspension and rear suspension. And, start with the mock-up of the, the base plate and have the motor mounts set in, transmission mounts, and get the drive shaft lined up so everything's good, no wackiness, no bad vibrations. All the mechanisms work as they should, just like a real truck. So thanks for watching everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, as I'm probably gonna be kicking myself editing this thing because I just hate editing videos now. I don't know why, I just do. But I guess I do a pretty good job now, so you can tell me how good of a job in the comments if you want to. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. More on the trophy truck real soon.
told me, like, hey, why not keep? You have a good one. And I'm going to fire this up for you, and you fire it up in the back. Right?